John in the Hole. Since I started talking about shit I watched in this channel, I want to talk about a movie that I watched this week, and it's probably one of the worst movies I have ever watched, and it's called John in the Hole. And when I was scrolling on Prime Video and I saw a title, John in the Hole, I thought about a different Johnny, but jokes and jokes, but it wasn't that. And I saw from that picture a kid looking at his parents in a hole, like looking kind of desperate. I loved it. I thought it was going to be kind of a psychological thriller or a horror movie, or even, you know, like The Shining, that you kind of go crazy with the characters. So basically John, it's a normal kid for me. He looks kind of weird to other people, but just a kid. And one day, while he's asking things because he's a child, he asks about things because he's a child. The mother said about a hole near the house, that it was supposed to be a bunker, but it wasn't finished. And just them being a normal family, it takes like 30 minutes to, something to happen. And besides those 4 people from that family, we have also some scenes with a mother and a daughter, and I'm not going to talk about them except for the last one, because none of those scenes are important. And then we get to the moment that I think the movie it's about to start and something's really going to happen. It's basically the whole family besides John wakes up in the hole, in the bunker. And they are not enough desperate about it, which bothers me, because throughout the movie it gets weirder. And the basic try to escape for a second. They look up, the John, 12 years old boy is there, and he just looks at the family, throw some food and water for them, and just leave. And they realize, oh, maybe John just put us here. And in that moment of the movie when the kids started like being quiet and not talking with the family, I thought there were like some hidden meanings for that. I tried to find a psychological reason for what he was doing. No, there's none. And in the first scene is for them in the hole, I thought it was going to become like The Shining. A family isolated in a place, hungry and starving and thirsty and dirty, just going full crazy. But that didn't happen, and it was weird because on the first day the father was already too quiet and kind of aggressively asking questions to get the answer why the kid is doing that. And basically the mother answers it that basically the kid wanted to know what being an adult would be like. And in that moment I thought, oh, maybe the kid it's going to start living an adult life and doing mostly problematic shit, but that doesn't happen either. About the family in the hole, that's when I stopped caring about them, because every scene that we had from them, it was just the same, boring, and the dad being quiet, and no one was actually angry with the kid. They were just okay. And then we get to the kid living alone in the house, and I thought something would be different. He would do some scary shit things, but basically he just played his video games. That's it. And nothing different from what he was doing the beginning of the movie when their parents were there. So the whole thing about him wanting to know what being an adult would feel like, it's just weird. I mean, we understand that he's trying to fill this hole that he has inside, but I mean, with Watch, he's just not doing it. The only different thing that he does is he invites a friend he has to stay for a few days in the house, and they basically play video games and swim in the pool. And there is this moment when we think that he's going to kill that other kid, I mean drown the other kid, and they try to add a meaning to that, but in the end of the movie, but it was just not worth it. And the whole movie is that, I mean, really, now the world don't move, da 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 da.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
I mean, the other kid just laughed. No, he doesn't kill him, so boring. And I mean, he's the most lame psychopath. The only added thing he does in the movie is drive the car. It's basically driving the car and get the money from an ATM machine. And he gives a lot of money to his friend. But it's not fun. It's not fun. It's just, okay. Also, we have some other people calling or going to the house and asking for their parent, for his parent, and he basically gives them an excuse, and nothing comes from that. The police comes once, look at the house, it's a mess, and that's it. Nothing like really happened. There was this moment when he asked a lady to stay in the house that I thought, oh, he's going to kill her, and he just didn't do anything. She just left. He wanted her to stay, but she just left. And with all that, his whole experience of being alone, he goes to the hole, he puts a letter to the family to get out of the hole. They get out of the hole, and when they do it, he's drowning in the pool. The father saves him, and the movie ends with all of them quiet, eating dinner. And that's the end of the movie. No, nothing more happened. And about the girl and the mother that were on the other scenes that weren't like part of the movie, I mean, it kind of looks like a flashback, and kind of that little girl, it's the mom. And it's super weird because the mother just left her, and the mother tells her that she's old enough to take care of herself. She's 12, and the mother just, I mean, gives her enough money to pay the rent for another year. And then, I don't know, you're old enough to find your own way. I don't know, get a job. And the mother just laughed. That's the movie. I mean, I wasted, I don't know how long that movie is, but it's probably almost 2 hours watching that and expecting something to happen, because it has like this thriller, serial killer vibe, and we don't get anything from it. I was just, after like hours of watching that movie, just looking at the screen and I don't know, just expecting the movie to really start, because the whole movie could be just a short movie, or the whole movie could be 10 minutes of a real good movie that has a story in it. That was this video. I don't know, the worst move ever. And if you didn't watch the movie and think, oh, maybe he's not talking about the other things that happen in the movie, no, that's the whole movie, really. Bye. I mean, it was terrible.